Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. And today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about how I got third place in a Samsung building competition. And a lot of this is just going to be showing you guys how I practiced for the finals and where I went wrong and why I got third place and I didn't get first or second. So yeah, um, let's get started and let me show you guys my practice. It's pretty big area that I practiced. So the first theme ultimately that we were supposed to build, which eliminated 4 of the 10 people, was Samsung area. This one was a very broad theme, and I don't think the judges really realized that. I think they were taking it really literal, but still, besides that, I was able to get a pretty high placing, getting second for this build. I ultimately went with this build as my final build. I had a lightning bolt, Samsung written in it, hitting a plug. I had a phone attached to the plug, and then a dragon coming out of it. I tried to put a sign. Well, I did put a sign, and I said, "Take flight with Samsung." And I also said, underneath my dragon, the area within the phone contains infinite possibilities. So, Samsung area, I tried to include that word into my sign so they could see that I wasn't just building a dragon because I can build a dragon, but because um, a dragon kind of represents the infinite possibilities that can come from a phone. Like, obviously, you can't summon a dragon from a phone. If you could, the world would be in chaos right now. Like, there would be some crazy stuff happening, but even more crazy than what's happening. But yeah, this was my first build. This build got me into second place. I practiced it a lot, and I did a lot of different variants. As you can tell, I'm very glad I'm very happy how my dragon turned out. I tried to do a more curved dragon. I didn't really like that. I even tried to do a dinosaur, which I thought turned out actually really cute. It's the face looks kind of derpy though, so that's ultimately why I didn't do it. And I also think a dragon's cooler. This one is actually, I think, my best dragon that I made. It's just the phone. Ooh, it was a mess. This diagonal B comb shape, that wasn't a good idea in my opinion. Over here was one of my first attempts of building a dragon coming out of phone, and this took me 25 minutes. But after practice, I was able to build that in like 22 minutes. So I had a ton of time just to fly around and wait for the builds to be done, which was kind of freaking me out because I was like, I'm doing nothing while other people are actually doing something with their builds. But yeah, so this was kind of the general theme that I tried to do with my first build, and it turned out phenomenal. I don't think I could have done any better with my builds. Besides adding more detail to it, somehow there's probably like, I don't know, some genius out there who's like, oh my gosh, you could have done this and this, but like I think I did. I think I did a pretty great job. Next was Texas Ranch. This one I think was by far my best build. Um, as you can tell, I practiced a few times with this dude on a little horse, and the one I made in the competition was the best out of all these variants. It was so good. It was amazing. I was a little disappointed though at the judges, and after they judged my build, they started pointing out all the detail I added to it. So they judged before they looked, which kind of disappointed me, like I said before, and I wish they took a better look at my build rather than just taking a quick glance and like, oh, it's okay. Because after they judged it, the camera was floating around, giving them more of a view on my build, and they were like noticing the nostrils I added and the eyes. They were noticing the star on the hat, and they were also noticing like There was just, they noticed like how much the lasso looks like a lasso and stuff like that. It was just, it wasn't just the small things, but they were just continuously commenting on it. It's like they could have talked about it forever. And I think their judging didn't really reflect what I think they ultimately thought at the end of looking at my build. But that's okay. I still got second place in that. And I wish so badly I got second place in the next round, but I did not. I got third. And that's when I got eliminated from the competition. So the next one was Wrestling Ring. I understand why I got eliminated. I could have done a lot better. Over here are the mock ideas. So actually, this ring over here was the first idea I came up with. I think honestly, this would have been a much better result, in my opinion, if I just added more detail. Like this would have, they would have eaten that up so much, and it looks like such a funny scene with the guy's mouth just like wide open. He's like, oh my goodness, no. It just looks super funny. Over here, I am kind of like, after the competition, realizing that supersizing them might have not been a good idea. Here was me practicing a couple times building, and this was my first time timing myself, and I was able to get this whole ring done. The competition, I did pretty much this exact same thing, but sadly, I got beat out by Optical Shadow and J-Bean. They had some pretty phenomenal builds though, and I thought they were well deserved, in my opinion. I do think Optical Shadow could have done more on his builds rather than just having such a simple, just having such a simple little arena flying in the air. It had some cool details. It's just, it could have been, in my opinion, like bigger. It could have been more grand. It could have been like a sign at top, like sponsoring some sort of futuristic company. I don't know. But yeah, this is the build that got me out of the competition, and I'm okay with that. I still get a pair of headphones, and that's just gonna make everything a lot easier with those new pair of headphones. I'm not gonna have to wear these crappy headphones that I've been using for like 6 years anymore, so that's pretty awesome. And this right here was my Wonder of the World build. I'm super glad I didn't have to compete. Like, third place was like the optimal position I wanted, because I don't think this would have defeated either of Optical's builds or J-Bean's. First off, I want to say J-Bean's build was fantastic. He did the Great Wall of China, and it was so amazing looking. Like the amount of detail he put into it. No offense to Optical, but that is one of the builds that I disagree, or one of the judging things that I disagree with. I think J-Bean should have took the cake, but I am super glad Optical did, because I was rooting for the underdog. But as you can tell, I tried to do the Statue of Liberty. I only tried to do it once, because I was really just done with practicing. I wasn't really having it anymore. It really doesn't have much color, and I am super glad I didn't have to build it in the finals, because I would have lost tremendously. But I think they also would have appreciated the inside that I put. I put a peace symbol, I put a heart, and I also put a unity symbol. I think if they would have saw that, that probably would have given me some extra brownie points, and I might have gotten that first place position, but I don't know. Yeah, you can always you can always skeplicate. I'm not even gonna try to attempt the word anymore. You can always guess what type of, or what place you'd get, but you never really know unless you actually did it. So yeah, that's how I got third place in a Samsung building competition. It was super fun, and all the top 10 people were so much fun to talk with. I made a ton of friends. I want to do a shout out to @Snow. We were DMing on Discord before the competition, like a few days after, and we were showing each other our builds a little bit, and we were also, I don't know, just hyping each other up. And I'm also very sorry for taking that third place position from you at Snow. But it was still super fun to build with you. I'm kind of disappointed that your jellyfish didn't get understood by the judges, even though I was the person you were competing against. But still super fun. I'm very glad I did it. It was a great experience. And you guys can expect more building competitions out of me because I loved it so much. It was just so much fun to do. I cannot stress enough how awesome the people were. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at my crazy practice world. It's like a fox tornado just came through here and just built tons of stuff. Like you can tell I got bored right here. I got bored right here. Just started kind of speed bridging up when I got bored. But yeah, it was fun. It was a ton of fun. I'm not sure if this is a T-Rex or Raptor, but it's a dinosaur. I know that for sure. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.